Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about something that I came across today. I was doing some reconciliation on all of my accounts, and I sort of circled back around to my shipping labels and found a few that were a little higher than I remember paying. And today I want to tell you that you, like me, may have been bamboozled or have paid too much for your FedEx shipping label and you don't even know about it. For me, it was almost $300. So without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to my channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy, and thank you for taking a moment to click on the video. Yes, as I mentioned, I just found that over the last 90 days, I have paid $291.07 too much to FedEx labels. And how did that happen? Well, I'm going to show you here in a minute. But basically, all I did was enter in the correct dimensions. In fact, my dimensions are spot on for what FedEx says that I have. I've checked 109 packages in the last 90 days. And all 109 packages have the exact dimensions. They match. Everything is fine. Now, what I normally do is I will take my item after I've packed it up, ready to ship. I will weigh the item, and I will even add a few ounces to that weight just in case. You never know. So I've done that on all my packages. And if it's fairly close, I'll round it up to the next pound. And so I've noticed when I was doing some reconciliation with my bookkeeping software that some of my labels were just higher than what I would remember paying, you know, somewhere in the $40, $50 range. And that's not normal. So I went in and I did some searching, went to my shipping labels, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. And I noticed that on about, it turned out to be 19%, let's just say 20%, of the FedEx labels that I ran had a different price, much higher price, and a much higher weight than what I had entered in on the site. And I'm going to go over that with you here in a minute, but it shows that on many of the packages I spent an additional 18 and change more than what eBay has advertised. And there's a few, maybe about a third of the ones that I had an issue with were around $4. But it all added up. You know, we're talking 21 items out of 109 that had an issue. So that is roughly, what, 19% of the different transactions that I had. So I'm going to take you to our secondary account where I found a couple as well. And I'm going to tell you after this what we actually tried to do about it. This channel isn't really about complaining and belly aching and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. Yes, we report problems to you because this is very important. I don't ship as many FedEx items as many of you do. There's many of you out there who ship more than that. And what I want you guys to do me a favor and share this video. If you know a fellow seller who does FedEx shipping, please give them this video. Let them know what may be happening to their account, because we're talking a lot of lost money here. So do me a favor. I'm going to go over to my computer here, but before I do, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. About 80% of you who are now watching this video have not even bothered to subscribe to my channel. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified whenever I come up with important videos like this, please make sure you hit that notification bell icon so that as soon as I release and publish a video, you're notified. Because, you know, something like this, if you can get on top of it, you can only go back as far as 90 days. So if you can get on top of it and get the wheels rolling and get eBay on top of it, you can get that credit. You know, wait a few days after this video has come out, you might have already missed a few packages that you could have tried to get some money back on. So let's roll over here to my computer. Okay, so we're now here, we're on my computer, and we're going to go over to the eBay website. Now I'm on one of my secondary accounts. This is one of our smaller accounts that we're trying to build up. And what I want you to do with your account is I want you to, when you get a minute, whether it's right now during this video or after this video, go into your My eBay under selling, okay, and it'll take you to your seller hub. I want you to hover your mouse over orders and go down to shipping labels. Click on that, and it's going to default, if you can see my cursor here, it's going to default to the last 7 days. Let's go ahead and make this the last 90 days. And it'll give you all the labels that you've run, whether it's USPS Priority Mail, FedEx Home Delivery. This is happening, I noticed on the other one where I had 21 problems, that this was happening on about across the board, maybe about 50% home, maybe about 25 to 30% was the 2-day labels, and maybe 20% was the FedEx ground labels. This is not happening with USPS Priority Mail. It's not happening with the UPS labels that I was able to see. So what I've done is I go to the last page that's showing. For me, it's a smaller account. We haven't had a whole lot of activity in the last 90 days. So I've gone to 2. You might have 10. My other one had like 25 pages. But go to the bottom one. I like to work backwards because we're actually working, this one's working 90 days ago. So that's October 1st of 2020. And I like to work backwards because I want to get these older ones taken care of. Now what you're going to look for is, you're going to look for where it says FedEx Home Delivery, but you'll also see, or it'll say 2-day, FedEx 2-day, or it'll say also FedEx ground. And you'll notice a sort of a blue hyperlink, okay? Now this number is showing what eBay advertised. So if we didn't know any better, we think, oh, this is okay. This is what eBay told me it was going to be, and I don't have to investigate any further. And so I click on this one, okay? And as you can see, it pops up. Now, it shows that my estimated cost was $43.27 for 27 pounds, and my dimensions are 17 by 17 by 30. And let's see, this item was, it was an Altic Lansing, that's a big speaker. It was a huge speaker that we had sold. And so, as you can see, we lucked out here. I mean, I'm fine with getting a credit. I'm sure you all are as well. But $43.27 is what I expected to pay. It turned out to be $36.39. Now, I'm sure that this is what is reflecting on your bill. This is all good and dandy and all that. But that's not what I'm upset about. You know, to me, if eBay is advertising, you know, with top rated seller, you get sometimes a 20, sometimes a 30, 45, and I've seen some where it offered 70 to 80% off. I expect to pay that. Now, if we go to the next label though, that I ran, this one was $16.26. And the original weight was 8 pounds. I think that was under 8, but I moved it up to 8 pounds. As you can see, the dimensions are 8 by 9 by 16. Now, if you go over here, this one's also 16 by 9 by 8, just in a different order, same dimensions. And they billed me an extra pound, okay? And in that extra pound, it's $34.95, okay? Now, I want to tell you something. It seems to me that they are repricing the entire transaction without any of the discounts that eBay is advertising. They're just going full retail on you, and they're submitting that back over to eBay, and that's popping up on your invoice. And right there, that's what, $18.69 is what that difference is. So if we go to the item just to see what it is, this was a Dyson Airwrap. This is one of those Dysons that we found. We sold for 405 bucks. And as you can see here, we're paying an extra $18. Now, as it is, I'm paying, what, between 40 and 50 bucks in eBay fees on that sale. To add another $18, injury to insult, or insult to injury, it doesn't sit well with me. And So that's just the one that I came across. On this account, I actually did find two. But if we go over to print another label, okay, and you can do that, even though we're not printing another label, but I just wanted to see. If I change this to 9 pounds, what they claim it was, even though it wasn't. Same dimensions, 8 by 9 by 16. It's being advertised as $16.18, okay? So why am I being rebilled at a much higher rate? Let's say you do make a mistake. Maybe your scale's off or something's wrong. We shouldn't be penalized. We're paying almost double. And so, guys, it's bad and it adds up, and you guys need to know about this. Here's another one. In all cases, the dimensions are always the same. In fact, look, they billed me at 8 pounds here. I'm sorry, I put it in as 8 pounds for this item. This is a different item now. And they now try to up the item by 1 full pound. For some reason, they're adding weight. Now, I don't know why it's 5 cents cheaper. That's great. But, you know, why are they doing this? Why are they adding weight to the item? So we go up further. I think it's the same kind of situation here. The same dimensions, 7 by 17 by 21, 21, 17 by 7. Same dimensions, just in a different order. I reported 7 pounds, and it was probably like 7 pounds, 7 ounces. They put 7.4375 is what I entered into the eBay labels. Well, they reweighted at 16 pounds. You know, and what is this? Let's see. This is a baby jogger glider. It's a little add-on type device to a baby jogger stroller. This thing is not 16 pounds. Okay. Not with the box, not with the packing material. No way on earth is it 16 pounds. It was 7.5 pounds, okay? But yet FedEx is adding to our weights. Now, thankfully, they didn't charge me anymore. On this label, same thing. I put in for 2.125 pounds. They're billing me for 3 pounds. Here's another one. I put for 3.25, they're billing me for 4. Look at the dimensions are the same, 6, 9, 10, 10, 9, 6. And on this one, as you can see, I'm paying $4 more, $4.42 more, I'm sorry, $4.40 more for the same kind of situation. And in this one, we're dealing with this is a big box of equal 0 calorie sweetener that I got in one of my pallets. And it's 1,000 count, individually sealed packets and all that. I sold for $16.99. I made really nothing on this sale. After shipping, $12.06. After eBay fees, I may have made $2 on it. But if you do this to me, I'm making nothing on it. I'm losing. And I'm okay with only making a couple bucks. You know, we're not here to store our items. We get items in pallets. The thing we want to do is we want to move that merchandise. And so, you know, we can kind of keep going here, but it's all the same thing. 3.375, they rebuild it at 5. I mean, why wouldn't they go to 4? That's what they did with the other ones. My scale isn't that far off. In fact, it's not off at all. I'm going to show you here in a minute, but I just wanted you to see what's happening here. So we're dealing with, you know, with maybe 15 packages shipped by FedEx over the last 90 days on this particular account, and we're dealing with what? So far, $24. On the other account, I had 21 problems out of 109 packages, and that was $291 that I overpaid FedEx. Guys, this is something that is probably happening to all of you, and you have no idea it's happening unless you dive deeper and go exactly where I told you here. Again, you want to go under your My eBay under selling, okay? And then that will bring you to your overall seller hub, and you go hover over the orders tab, and then you go down to shipping labels, click on that, change it to 90 days. That's as far back as eBay will allow you to go, from my understanding. If I'm wrong on that, put the comments down below. Please put the comments down below, guys, if you come across a way to pull up anything older than 90 days, but it's my experience on looking up your orders that they only go back as far as 90 days. Okay. And then just scroll down to the bottom. Scroll down to your oldest page and start from the bottom and work its way up. And really what I was doing, I took a log. Whoops. And really what I was doing, I took a log and I put together what looks like this. And it's really a lot of scratch, but I put item/tracking. So I put the item and the tracking number. Put a brief description of what it was, the type of shipping, home, 2-day, or your ground, the actual weight, what you weighed it as, the actual build weight, what they billed you for, the quoted amount, meaning what I was expecting to pay, but what the actual amount was, what they end up charging me, and the difference. So get an idea of what I overpaid. And so in doing that, 19% of my items were overbilled by $291. And guys, it's not good. And eBay, if you get the rep on the phone, because you're going to have to call eBay or have eBay call you back, and you get that rep on the phone, they're going to try to tell you all kinds of things, that maybe your weight is off, maybe your dimensions are off. Again, not one of these items I've pulled up had different dimensions. It's only the weight that they're actually adding. And they're going to tell you all kinds of things in defense of FedEx. And I got to tell you, that's a problem. So how do you combat this? How do you prove to anyone that your scale is not broken or off, and that we're getting sort of El Scrudo here? Make sure that you are dropping off your packages at a local FedEx office store. And the one in my area, I think they're open from 8 or 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. I think it's Monday through Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And they're open as late as 6 p.m. So I have one that's maybe 5 minutes from my house, and I drive all my FedEx home packages, FedEx ground, and FedEx 2-day packages I take to that location. And what I've done in the past, because they usually have a small line, is I'll just say, hey, I'll put these on the counter, they're already paid for. I know they're going to go ahead and scan them in like they always do. That's never been an issue with me. But what I don't do is I don't take time to get a receipt. So I had 6 packages on 2 different receipts. And as you can see, and I'll try to put this as close as I can, it's showing that this particular package, the tracking number, and it shows right next to it the actual weight. So now, if they try to say that these packages were heavier, which I suspect that they will do, I'm going to keep these in a safe place, and I'm going to tell eBay and maybe scan this as a file and send it over to eBay and have them see what I'm talking about. This has to change. I don't know where we would go. Maybe you guys can put some comments down below. How do we get, or who do we go to get the right people to fix this? We shouldn't have to spend, I spent an hour and a half on the phone today. The first rep just wanted to quote me policy, and I told her, I said, that's nice and all. I said, but you guys don't have a disclaimer. When you actually go print that label, there's no disclaimer that says this is an estimated charge that could increase by, and I found on my other account, we're talking, it went up 2 to 3 times what I was quoted. That's unacceptable. And, I've had them adjust it from 3 pounds to 9 pounds, like triple the weight. I don't even know if they're bothering to weigh these things. It's almost like they're just kind of being lazy about it and putting in a random number and then billing me for the higher amount. But I mean, if it's happening to me, it's happening to thousands of you guys. And I just make this video tonight so that you guys can be aware that this is a big deal. And you guys, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to need to spend a solid, hour, maybe longer if your store is bigger, and go through each of these the way I showed you. And if you see any discrepancies, you got to write them down. And so what did I do? Before I went and dropped these off and got these receipts, this is for packages I mailed today, I didn't have receipts for those. And so I even found one, for instance, on my other account that was 25 pounds. They reported 25 pounds. The dimension was the same, yet they charged me $18 and some odd cents. And it's funny, I'm finding that I'm either being charged $18 and change or $4, and change, nothing in between. It's either $18 or $4 over what eBay has told me that they were going to charge me. And so this could be quite a bit of money for some of you people out there. And get on it, call eBay, or actually request a call back. And that first rep that's going to answer that call is probably not the one you're going to need to speak to. They're going to give you policy. They're going to tell you you need to call FedEx. The reason why you can't call FedEx, and I told the rep this, I have this experience. I actually ran a department in a call center, and we actually used FedEx to ship out tickets. And if you don't have that account number, FedEx isn't going to help you. None of us have an account number. This is all centralized under eBay's account. They have a huge account, but we don't have that account number. So we're not going to be able to do anything. This is where eBay has to step in and help us here. So I had to get a supervisor on the phone. Of course, the rep had to tell me, well, they're going to tell you the same thing. Please, just get someone on the phone. They got a supervisor on the phone. We went back and forth. I said, look, I'll give you the most obvious one, which is the one with the same weights and the same dimensions where they charged me $18 more. But then I went into, I have another 20, and he wanted me to give him all the numbers, and I gave him all the item numbers so that he can log that what they want to do is log a complaint or a dispute with FedEx. And I told him, I said, look, this is not acceptable. I don't even know how long it's going to take you guys to get this resolved, but I don't have a whole lot of trust in this system. He ended up giving me a credit for $291.07 on my next month's bill, and he didn't let me leave the line until I actually saw that on my invoice online. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the resolution for you, but certainly I would complain until there's no more complaining to do with whomever you have to speak to get this resolved. Guys, this is your money. You shouldn't have to have it tied up like this. I'm already paying, $900 to $1,000 a month in fees to eBay at the end of the month. I'm not talking about my final value fees or anything like that they take out along with the actual when the money gets paid. I'm talking at the end of the month, we're dealing with $900 to $1,000 just in FedEx fees and my store fees. And that's just on one account. So get on it, guys. This is part of the accounting that you have to do. It's part of the running of a business. Hopefully you share this, get the word out, tell whomever you have to that sells on eBay that they need to spend a few moments to check their account to see if they're affected by this. So what do you think, guys? Please put your comments down below. Again, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Guys, I know it's at the end of the year. I'm winding down as well. I'm not doing a whole lot this particular week, but just continue to list, keep selling, keep working hard, and just know that flipping ain't easy. And we'll talk to you here probably Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week.